See, I do believe that like 99% of people have this mentality that causes them to consistently lose day in and day out. Everything they try doesn't work. Like every little thing that they do does not work. And you can tell the difference between a winner and a loser based on just their mentality and how they execute on specific things. See, with losers, they try to be busy all of the time. I know you've been like that. Like I've been like that. I've noticed whenever I've been in that loser state, it's because I hyper-analyze on things that genuinely don't matter. Especially within this self-improvement space where like you see these gurus or these creators that are self-improvement masters, and they tell you to do all these rituals that literally don't move the needle forward. And you wonder, I'm still broke. I'm doing the Wim Hof method. I'm taking cold showers or ice baths. I'm making sure that, you know, I meditate for 15 minutes and then I journal, and then I do these mental masturbation techniques, essentially is what I call them, that don't move the needle forward. Like your goal is to probably make more money, but you're not doing the things that are going to make you more money. Right? You know that person, and you may be that person where you want to start a business and the first thing you think about is, what logo should I have? What should the business name be? I need to register this as an LLC without even having a product, without knowing that that product works or that service works, without knowing the customers that you're selling to. See, I used to do that. I used to build these elaborate business plans, and I used to say, oh, well, now that I have a business plan, now that I have a logo, now that I have all these things, it's pretty. I can start making money, and then you realize the business fails because there was never a business in the first place. Like these same people, they see the difference between winners and losers. Losers hyperfixate on things that genuinely don't matter. On things that don't matter. Whereas winners only hyperfixate on the things that will move the needle forward the most. Losers care about things that are irrelevant to their progress, and they wonder why they're still broke. Like you've been like that, or maybe you're like that now. You're in a rut, or things just don't work for you because you constantly care about the dumbest things. Even on these videos I make, for example, I have my shirt off right now, you know, outside, it's nice. I always do it on the patio, and I'm not doing it to flex or none of that. I'm just comfortable in my environment. I was doing some work outside, and I wanted to make a video, and I just I brought the camera on, I turned on the camera, and I just started talking. And like, you'll get losers in the comments that hyperfixate on the fact that I'm not wearing a shirt. Hey bro, put on a shirt, without even listening to the message that I say, because they care about all the things that don't matter. Right? You care about just little things. You want to make sure that every little thing is neat and clean. You want to have order. You want to make sure that everything is organized and everything is to the point where you're literally doing nothing, but you trick yourself. You trick yourself into thinking that you're doing something because you're organizing things, or you're doing all of these random tasks that seem like they're a big deal because you've gotten them done, but really you're not doing anything. You're like jogging in place. See, the winners sprint from A to B. Losers jog in place at A for the entire time and think that they're moving forward, and then in retrospect look back and say, man, I've literally not moved forward at all. I've stayed the exact same. See, even on YouTube, I get people hitting me up about YouTube. They're like, bro, what's your hashtag strategy? Like, I don't do hashtag strategies. I don't put anything out there for you to like. I just put out content. It's just output. I do the things that need to be done, which is consistent output of content. I turn the camera on, I give you value, and I post it. I post it at the same time every day. That is it. But see, losers like to make things complex because they just think that nothing works unless it's complex. You ever see like successful people, when they ask them for advice, they give you very simple advice because life is really that simple. Things are actually that simple. But you're such a loser that you need to think that everything is complex so that you can trick yourself into saying that I can't do it, or trick yourself into like doing tasks for 9. You're like, oh, I worked for 9 hours. I worked for 10 hours straight. You did nothing. You did nothing for 9 to 10 hours, but you say you're in this grind-like state. You're in this hustle state, and nothing's moving forward because you're not focused on the things that actually move the needle, that are actually aligned with the mission that you want. Oh, you want to be a great content creator? We'll start putting out content every day. You say you want to get in shape. But see, people who want to get in shape, they care about the little things. They're like, oh, well, the seed oils and, like, I want to make sure that I eat at this specific anabolic window. And I need to make sure that, it's like, bro, go to the gym. Start doing the basics. Start just eating a little bit cleaner, like eating whole foods. Just start doing that. Why do you hyperfixate on like the little things that don't matter? When I started going to the gym, I went straight into the gym and I try and fail, try, fail, try, fail. Then you succeed because you've tried different things. You've actually tried to move the needle. I kept going to the gym every day. I didn't overanalyze on my diet. Like, oh, I need to make sure that I don't eat seed oils. And, oh, the government's bad and they do this. They blame, see, losers blame everybody for everything but themselves. That's the mentality of a loser. Like, I don't want you to be a loser. I've hated that I've had this loser-like state at certain points in my life. And I'm sitting there like, bro, why is it that this person is literally lapping me in every aspect of what I'm trying to do? And I'm sitting here still hyper-analyzing, still hyper-focusing on the things that genuinely don't move the needle. And then losers tend to wonder why like winners are constantly winning. Why they can do anything and it'll always work. They will always be successful. It's because they don't hyperfixate on things that don't matter. Losers want to make sure that everything is in order. Everything is proper. Everything is that, like, they can't move in a state of disorder. They can't have, because see, life is not just like fixed. It's not controlled. There are different variables that occur that you cannot control. And you need to be able to be in a steady state of inner balance to be able to then deal with the outer balance of the world. See, too many people are so focused on having an outer balance but internally they're imbalanced. They're not doing anything that they need to do. They're not aligned with the mission that they have. That's probably how you're feeling right now. That's probably why you're a loser in some aspect of what you're trying to do. I'm not saying you're a loser overall. If you are, then you definitely need to watch this video 50 billion times. But the reality is you're not looking for the things that are actually moving the needle forward. If it's business, you're not looking to go out and actually sell a product or a service to people. You're so busy on what's the logo? What's the best color scheme for what I want to do? What's the best name? Oh, I don't like that. You literally fixate on the name for like 5, 6, 7 days in a row before you even think about the business. With fitness, you try to figure out, oh, should I do keto? Should I do carnivore? Bro, go on a whole food diet. Just eat whole foods and you'll see changes. Like, losers genuinely cannot or just are not able to like see the things that actually move themselves forward. They're like ants. Like, ants just do things that just don't matter. You see an ant moving things around for no reason, just dropping it somewhere and leaving. Ants have no purpose. They're just losers. That's what you see. Losers, ants everywhere. Yet you see the bee is hyper productive. The bee, everything they do is with intention. They do things to move forward, to create honey, right? Pollen, all of that. So like they have purpose. They're worker bees, right? That's why you can see worker bees, because they're actually trying to push things forward. But all you do is sit there and hyper focus on things that don't matter and do all these rituals to trick yourself into thinking that you're actually moving forward. See, winners do not care. They just do things. They just overdo. They don't overthink. Losers overthink everything. They get so frustrated about little things that don't matter. See, when winners get around losers, they get pissed off. Like, I've started to see myself when I'm around certain people, I get pissed off. Like, even on calls, I get mad, like upset, because I see the person hyper fixating on things that genuinely just don't matter. Hey, bro, I think I'm just eating too much seed oils and like, I wanted to try vegan or maybe even pescatarian. It's like, bro, why are you overthinking? Why are you overanalyzing these things? Pick something and just go try it and see if it works. 99% of the population are strictly just losers because they don't do things that move forward. They sit and just mentally masturbate. That's what you see in the self-improvement space. You see men who are just like sitting there, just mentally masturbating on things that just don't move their lives forward. All these rituals, the Wim Hof method, the cold showers or cold plunges, which these things are cool, but they're not actually like moving anything forward. And you wonder why nothing's working for you. Like, I see it in the comments sometimes, like for example, I have my shirt off now because I wanted to be outside and it's nice outside. I always have my shirt off in my patio, even inside. Like, I can do that, right? But then you'll get losers in the comments, instead of actually like listening to the message that I'm saying what they're doing is they're looking at the thing that doesn't matter. Bro, put your shirt on. It's like, bro, did you not watch the video? Did you not take anything out of what I just said? Like, my goal with content creation is put out valuable content. If you didn't get value from what I'm saying and all you care about are the little things that don't matter, that tells me a lot about your mentality. You're a loser. And I don't understand why people consistently, like, they do the same things over and over again. They wonder why it just doesn't work, because you're a loser. You're focused on things that don't matter. You want to make sure cups that you have in your cabinet are aligned a certain way. Like, you're OCD about things that don't matter. And you wonder why you consistently have results that don't matter. Like, I don't get it, but I get it. And I'm telling you right now, you need to break out of that mindset. You need to break out of that frame of, I am doing everything that genuinely does not apply to moving forward in the thing that I want to move forward in. Because it's actually destroying you in real time. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to feel overworked. You're not overworked. You're just doing the wrong things over and over and over again for a long period of time, going with this hustle culture of just doing things that make no sense to the progress that you want to make. And you wonder why you're still stagnant. You wonder why these winners are lapping you, because winners do not care about little things. They don't care about little trials and errors that people concern themselves about, that you probably concern yourself about. That's the difference between a winner and a loser. Doing things that actually matter, that actually move the things forward. Like, doing things that have higher leverage, doing things with leverage. See, losers do everything without leverage. They take the lowest leverage activity and they try to maximize the lowest leverage activity because they're just mentally programmed to just do things that don't matter. You may be at work. You're going to pick. Imagine complaining about a career. See, winners don't complain, oh, my career is bad. This job, they're not paying me enough. Of course they're not paying you enough. You're doing something that genuinely matters the least in the company. For example, maybe it's customer service, and there's nothing wrong with starting with that. But you can't be complaining and saying, man, I'm not making the type of money I want to make. What impact are you making? You're doing the task that has the least leverage for the revenue of the company. Of course you're not going to get paid that much. You know what I mean? Like, it boggles my mind. Even on YouTube, I get people who hit me up like, hey, bro, I want to get on YouTube. Okay, well, are you putting out content? No, you're mentally masturbating on what's the best way to put out content. What's the best hashtag strategy? What's the best thumbnail strategy? You've seen my growth on YouTube and my progress. I've just been posting videos with value every day consistently. That's why I've grown to what I've grown to in the shortest amount of time. Because I just do the things that matter, which is putting out content consistently and not hyper analyzing on strategy about content. See, losers strategize. That's all they do. Winners implement and they iterate. They implement, iterate on the things that actually push them forward. They know what goal it is. See, losers have no goals. They have no mission. They're just drifting, just doing like. And that's the thing, when you start to realize this and you start to change and you start to get around people, you realize why most people are not successful. You realize why most people are broke. You realize why you were broke. Because what were you doing the whole time? Sitting there complaining, blaming other people, wondering why something's not working. That's the difference. And until you start actually doing the things that matter, until you start actually doing things that move the needle forward in a greater way, you're never going to see success. In anything, in fitness, you're going to keep struggling because all you care about is seed oils. All you care about is, oh, I need to go take an ice bath. Oh, I need to make sure I hit the sauna, without actually doing the work, without actually eating the proper nutrition that you need to eat. All you care about are the little things. Seed oils are not the reason why you're fat, buddy. They're not. The reason why you're fat is because you're not working out consistently and you're not eating whole foods. That's it. But you care about all the things that genuinely don't matter and you hyper fixate on those things. So that's my thing to you. If you want to be a winner, if you want to have a winner's mentality, you have to do the things that move the needle forward, and you have to stop hyper fixating on things that don't matter. Like, please do that. and you'll see a big change. I hope this video helped you. Like, comment, subscribe. Share with a friend that like needs to hear this because they're just losers or they feel like they're a loser and that nothing's working for them. This is literally why. Everything I've told you right now is why that happens. So I'll catch you on the next video. I appreciate you. Sign up to the free email newsletter that I have below. Schedule a call with me if you want to get in shape, if that's a big thing for you. I like coaching people on getting into the best shape of their lives. If you don't, at least you watched the video and you learned something, whatever. But appreciate you, and I'm going to catch you on the next video.